This Halloween film follows the timeline of the franchise, as we now have Grandma JLC, Jaime Lee Curtis to most of you, who is viewed as mentally ill by her family after doing everything in her power to prep her and her family for if and when Michael escapes from prison. Show of hands, who isn't a fan of the Halloween franchise? I didn't think so. The music alone is enough to get your blood pumping and the hair on the back of your neck to stand up. This movie bored me. Then again, I was never interested in the franchise to begin with. You would think if you waited this long to install another chapter in this glorified film franchise that you would try to go above and beyond to capture the interest of the new crowd. But nay. No, it's the same Michael Myers walking incredibly slow, killing people in an incredibly boring fashion. There's no traditional story elements or character arc, and there's no jump scares or even horrifying scares. This movie wasn't even scary.
Holy freaking cow, guys. Wait till you see the armory and the defense that Jaime Lee Curtis has been stockpiling for the last 40 years. She's got more guns than I do. When it comes to horror movies that don't usually have that typical Tony action, I strive for those gruesome death scenes. To be fair, the movie did have maybe 2 or 3 that were pretty awesome, but you know, someone simply getting stabbed with a knife is not awesome. It's boring. The franchise is not about who he will and will not kill because the answer is literally everyone. They had a little boy that was getting babysat who was the majority of humor from this movie. Now, there wasn't a whole lot to laugh about in this movie, but he was the diamond in the rough. For the short while we got to see him on screen, his brash responses to his babysitter and his reaction actually seeing Michael Myers, I mean, it was pretty golden. This movie focuses heavily on the showdown at the end of the film between Jaime Lee Curtis and Michael Myers, that the movie spends the entire time building up. The question to you is it worth it? Oh, I don't know, to me, just plain boring. I can't fathom someone leaving this movie and actually having nightmares about this. I can't. It's true to the franchise. Take that as you will. 7 out of 10. The new horror series on Netflix simply ran circles around this film. 1 out of 10. I like that stockpile. I just hate that it wasn't used more. 6 out of 10.
JLC is still a babe, but this franchise is still lame. 5 out of 10.
You're not going to go see this movie for the giggle bits, but for the few it had, 3 out of 10. We here at Who's Review give Halloween the overall rating of boo! Okay, the original is known for its insanely low budget, but it looks like they kept up the trend with the actors in this one. Besides the A-listers, I mean, all of the other acting was simply atrocious. And the character choices they made in the movie were not realistic in the slightest and completely stupid. Of course, that is the epitome of most 80s slasher films, but with Halloween, it's supposed to be plausible to increase that fear. Well, there you have it. That's a review. What do you think? Have you seen it? Are we way off, right on? Let us know in the comment section below and we'll check it out and respond. As always, if you want to stay up to date on all things Who's Review, make sure you like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and also, most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. We thank you guys for checking us out here at Who's Review, where everyone's a critic. It's just plain boring.